Well, it is a storm alert weather day, and we're tracking 3 tiers of the storm alert weather day. The bad air quality, the heat going to be rising today, and of course we'll have the chance for an isolated strong to severe storm with gusty winds later on. But we do have a code red right now, and that's actually expanding a little bit to include Hamilton, portions of Marion and Sequatchie counties. That's where the air quality is just really stagnant. Again, we're not having a whole lot of wind, so it's just kind of sitting over Chattanooga. So if you have any issues, really even if you're healthy, you want to consider limiting your time outdoors today, as the air quality is bad across the entire Tennessee Valley. You have the red blip and the rest of the area pretty much in a code orange, and that's where you could have those issues if you're sensitive, like respiratory issues, asthma, anything like that, because this smoke continuing to come down, it's going to stick around for much of the day. Code orange in effect for Cherokee and Clay counties into southwestern North Carolina, especially for those elevations over 4,000 feet. So, you know, if you have outdoor plans, try to limit your time outdoors today, or just bring those inside, because with the air quality and heat, just not going to be a great Thursday for us. And as you take a look at that heat building, again, mid-90s across much of the mid-south, mid-80s here locally, but those temperatures are climbing. Humidity's bumping up. The heat index currently 88 in Chattanooga. Fortunately, nothing like what they're dealing with out to our west, but that is something that we're going to have to consider over the next couple of days. But here's your temperatures, mid-80s pretty much across the board as you're stepping out later today. Low to mid-90s here in the valley, upper 80s in some of the higher elevations, and heat advisories now in effect for Jackson and DeKalb counties for Friday. Excessive heat warnings also in effect in the purple shade. So we're going to see those heat advisories likely be expanded to include much of our coverage area tomorrow and Saturday especially. That's going to be the 2 hottest days, mid-90s into Sunday, and then back to average as we move into next week. But the max heat index anywhere from 100 to 105 Friday through Sunday. So that heat, that humidity, it's going to be there. So remember, don't leave your kids or pets in the car. Stay hydrated, drink plenty of fluids. If you have to be outside, take plenty of breaks and try to limit that strenuous activity. If you want to work out early or late, that's going to be your best window to do so, especially moving into the weekend. Now, there's also another aspect to the storm alert weather day, the potential for a few strong to severe storms. Now, this is going to be contingent on a lot of things. Can this little area of storms stay together that's moving through Kentucky and Indiana? If so, then we could have some storms later this evening, primarily after 6 or 7. So as we take a look at your futurecast, again, not a whole lot going on, and this is just one model depiction. This has it moving through a little bit later. So between, I would say, 9 and midnight could be some stormy weather moving through the Tennessee Valley. If that little batch holds together, we could have some damaging winds move through, but this is going to be a pretty quick hitter, and then we'll have some more storms possible as we go into your Friday. So we're going to have these impulses moving in from the north over the next couple of days, and that's going to give us the chance of strong to severe storms. Now, we have a marginal risk for much of the area. Northern Grundy County under a slight risk. Primary threat today will be damaging wind gusts with that little system moving through Kentucky and Illinois and portions of Indiana between about 7 p.m. and midnight, maybe a little after midnight. And then Friday, much of the same pattern. We're just going to have these storms kind of riding around and coming down from the north. We have a slight risk for severe storms for much of our area for Friday, and then again on Saturday. So we're not going to have widespread showers and storms per se, but any storm that develops throughout the weekend, including today, could become severe, primarily with damaging wind gusts, heavy rain, and maybe some small hail. Doesn't appear there's going to be any tornado threat, mainly a wind threat as we move into your weekend. We could also pick up upwards of an inch of rain, especially with some of those heavier downpours. So going to be busy as we move into the 4th of July weekend. Of course, the 4th of July coming up next week. Temperature is going to be hot. We'll be in storm alert weather mode for the heat and potential of strong storms Friday and Saturday as well. And then we'll cool down slightly into next week with showers and storms through Wednesday, Latrice.
Okay, thank you so much there, Clay.